What is up, Wild Gang? It's your boy coming back with some more Hamilton, y'all. Yeah, we took a day off yesterday because, wasn't feeling good. The sick got on top of me. I'm sorry about that, y'all. But we back, and we back with 10K, y'all. If y'all seen the post, we finally hit 10K. Thank you to everybody that's supporting, liking, subscribing, commenting, and doing all that. I appreciate all of y'all. So, yeah, man, I'm extra hyped today. So we left off with seeing Ham at odds with Jefferson and Madison, kind of seeing like the some discourse between like the founding fathers that's like, if you don't know history, much about the founding fathers and all that, you don't really know about that, because it's like we just know of these people as like they work together to achieve these things. You don't really hear about them being like at odds with each other. So like that was really interesting to see. We got the little rap battle, like with the cabinet battle number 1, which we got cabinet battle number 2 coming up. I'm excited for that. We got my boy falling off with I don't remember what her name is. The one that was Peggy in the first half. I don't even know what to say about that. That's still just that turns my stomach. Like definitely seeing a darker side of Hamilton in the second half than we did in the first. Like I feel like it's I don't know why it takes me back to like the things that King George said. Like when you're in charge of things you're gonna have to do when you're running your own country. Like when you're at war, like the threats are external, so it's easier to like stay on that side of right, and like that's the enemy. But when it's like internal and there's like all these backdoor deals and things get real shady, it's harder. Like the lines get blurred, and like that moral gray area seems to get a lot bigger. So yeah, and then we got it like wrapping up with Room Where It Happens. My man Alan Byrne, Leslie Odom Jr. giving an outstanding performance. And like just pretty much saying, we don't really know what happened. Like there was like all this like Jefferson claims. Like it very much reminded me of that idea of like history is the story is told by the victor. Like you don't know what really happened. We don't know what happened in that back room. And then it was just like Alan Burr's thing of, I just want to be in that room. I want to be a part of this history. I want to know this history. And it was so great. So I done ran on a little long with this intro, but yeah, I'm hyped to get back into it. We picking up with at the Room Where It's Happened, the Schuyler sisters defeat, and I'm not ready for this one, but let's go ahead and get right into it. He killed that performance, bro.
Grandpa's in the paper. War hero Philip Schuyler loses Senate seat to young upstart Aaron Burr.
No. Also, he's named after his granddad. They've not mentioned. Hold up. Oh, Schuyler. This is the mama's daddy. I was thinking of Ham's daddy. My bad. I'm gonna let this go on.
Grandpa just lost his seat in the Senate.
Sometimes that's how it goes.
Well, Daddy's gonna find out any minute.
I'm sure he already knows.
Further down, let's meet the newest senator from New York.
New York.
Our senator.
Burr, since when are you a Democratic Republican?
Since being one put me on the up and up again.
No one knows who you are or what you do.
They don't need to know me, they don't like you.
Hey, talk less, smile more, never let them know what you're against or what you're fighting for. So they don't know you or don't know what you do. Since when are you this? Since it got me what I needed. That's always been Burr's motto. I'm going to do what I got to do to get where I want to get. And that's it. So, yeah, I like that. Also, the way their paths keep intersecting, the fact that he took the seat from Hamilton's like father-in-law, it's crazy.
Burr, since when are you a Democratic Republican?
Since being one put me on the up and up again.
No one knows who you are or what you do.
They don't need to know me, they don't like you.
Excuse me?
Wall Street thinks you're great. You'll always be adored by the things you create, but upstate, people think you're crooked. And Schuyler's seat was up for grabs, so I took it.
I've always considered you a friend.
I don't see why that has to
You
end.
changed parties to run against my father-in-law.
Change parties to seize the opportunity I saw. I swear your pride will be the death of us all. Beware, it goes before the fall.
The issue on the table. France is on the verge of war with England. Now, do we commit money and aid to our French allies, or do we stay out of it? Remember, my decision on this matter is not subject to congressional approval. The only one you have to convince is me. Secretary Jefferson, you have the floor, sir.
When we were on death's door, when we were needy, we made a promise. We signed a treaty. We needed money and guns and half a chance. Who provided those funds?
France?
In return, we asked for land. Only a promise that we'd lend a hand and stand with them if they fought against oppressors. And revolution is messy, but now is the time to stand. Stand with our brothers as they fight against tyranny. I know that Alexander Hamilton is here and he would rather not have this debate. I'll remind you that he is not Secretary of State. He knows nothing of loyalty. Smells like new money, dresses like fake royalty. Desperate to rise above his station, everything he does betrays the ideals of our nation. Hey, and if you don't know, now you know, Mr. President.
Thank you, Secretary Jefferson.
Hey, and if you don't know, then now you know. Oh, okay. See, that one I got. I missed the 10 duels because I ain't never heard that song by Biggie. I know that one.
Jefferson.
All right, that was, yeah. I this is crazy, man, because, like, is he arguing against giving French aid? Was that his thing? After, like, if that's the case, I'm very surprised considering, like, his relationship with Lafayette and then guns and ships, like, the French, like, the way they turned the tide for the war. If it's a money angle, I would get it because it seemed like he, you know, I don't know. That's crazy. I didn't know he argued against, I don't know if that's what he's going to argue, but nah, yeah. And then, like, the whole thing with, like, Aaron Burr, he's like, I wonder how much of that was intentional. Like, I'm going to take the seat from this person specifically because I know about his relationship. Because, like, the way it was told is, like, Ham was like, so you stole the seat from my father-in-law. He was like, no, I just took a seat. Like, stop being so full of yourself. I didn't do it intentionally. But, like I didn't do it intentionally because I knew he was your father-in-law. I wonder how much of that is true. Like, was it because of, like, his disdain for Hamilton, knowing, like, that's his father-in-law? Or did it just happen coincidentally, like how their connections seem to happen sometimes? But,
Secretary Hamilton, your response.
Yeah,
You must be out of your goddamn mind if you think the president is gonna bring the nation to the brink of meddling in the middle of a military mess, a game of chess where France is queen and kingless. We signed a treaty with the king whose head is now in a basket. Would you like to take it out and ask it? Or should we honor our treaty, King Louis's head? Do whatever you want, I'm super dead.
Enough.
God, dang.
Hamilton is right.
Mr. President.
We're too fragile to start another fight.
Sir, do we not fight for freedom?
Sure, when the French figure out who's gonna lead them,
The people are
the
leading.
people are rioting. There's a difference. Frankly, it's a little disquieting. You would let your ideals blind you to reality. Hamilton, sir, draft a statement of neutrality.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Did
man.
you forget Lafayette?
What?
Have you an ounce of regret? You accumulate debt, you accumulate power, yet in their hour of need, you forget.
Lafayette's a smart man, he'll be fine. And before he was your friend, he was mine. If we try to fight in every revolution in the world, we never stop. Where do we draw the line?
So quick-witted.
Alas, I admit it.
I bet you were quite a lawyer.
My defendants got acquitted.
Well, someone ought to remind you.
What?
You're nothing without Washington behind you.
Hamilton.
Daddy's calling.
Oh, no, he didn't. He said, Daddy's cold. Because y'all know he don't like that. Because he ain't had no daddy. That whole son thing, that was, that was petty. That was petty, but y'all know I like the mess. I don't know how, man. This is it's so interesting, like, trying to choose a side in, like, history that's already, like, over and done with. Like, I can see, like, both sides, like, everything that France did for them during the war, like, just because they don't have a king, that stuff doesn't go away. Like, and then, like, bringing up Lafayette, like, that was my first thought. Like, even if, I don't feel like Hamilton should have been the one arguing against aid because of his relationship with Lafayette. Because, like, he was there when the French aid showed up. But, and again, I don't know my history enough to like just go deep into it, but just based on story-wise, I'm taking the history, like the real life history out of it. Story-wise, I don't know. I like something about him arguing against it does lean towards like an air of selfishness in his character, which like it seems like there's more and more of that creeping in, and it feels like that's gonna be his downfall. Just like that selfishness combined with like his just that general arrogance that he always has, but like it's been on the up and up, because it's like that feeling of, which I think there's a song where Bird's like, you're not always the smartest in the room, but he always has that feeling of being the smartest in the room. So it's just like, that daddy's calling line though. I ain't gonna say nothing about that. Song we on.
It must be nice.
Hold on. Also, I'm a very, very misleading. Schuyler defeated being about his father-in-law and not about the Schuyler sisters finding out, or like the Schuylers finding out that he cheated. I was dreading going into that song. I just want to say, because I thought it was going to be about that, but it's not. But let me get back into this.
Must be nice to have Washington on your side. It must be nice. It must be nice to have Washington on your side.
Every action has its equal opposite reaction. Thanks to Hamilton, our cabinet's fractured into factions. Try not to crack under the stress. We're breaking down like fractions. We smack each other in the press and we don't print retractions. I get no satisfaction witnessing his fits of passion. The way he primps and preens and dresses like the pits of fashion. Our poorest citizens, our farmers, live ration to ration as Wall Street robs them blind in search of chips to cash in. This prick is asking for someone to bring him to task. Somebody give me some dirt on this vacuous mass so we can at last unmask him. I'll pull the trigger on him. Someone load the gun and cock it. While we were all watching, he got Washington in his pocket. It must be nice. It must be nice to have Washington on your side. It must be nice. It must be nice to have Washington on your side. Look back at the Bill of Rights, which I wrote. The ink hasn't dried.
I love that. Yeah, man. Oak, I think they said his name's Oak. Just he does, I don't know. To me, he just does so much with so little. Just the way he came in. I wrote it. I wrote that bill. The bill which I wrote. It still gives that hype man energy kind of. I love that. But this whole thing right here, they plotting. It's like just something like this. But again, like it's hard to, it's in a place where it's getting harder to root for Hamilton. Like even as like the protagonist of the story, protagonist doesn't always mean like good guy. And like, I feel like that's what's showing right now. It's like he's leaning more towards being on the wrong side of history. You know, he got that. And again, like it's things we're dealing with in the world today. You get in that political office, you get detached from the real world, from the people, and you start making decisions that don't align with what's best for the people. Again, I don't necessarily know all of his decisions. I can't say whether not going to war with France or not like allying with France and all that is what's best or worst for the people. I don't know. I don't know the history, but like just the way the way Jefferson and Madison see it on a Burr. Well, I don't feel like Burr sees it. I feel like he's just trying to like find any way to get in there at Hamilton, but it's like he's not like they're not aligned. Like their idea is like he's not aligned with the people anymore. He's got up in this office. He's wearing all these fancy clothes. He's forgotten where he comes from, like, and he's making decisions that benefit him and that class of people, and he's forgotten his place up there in Washington's pocket on his right side. So you know, because he's his right hand man.
Nice to have Washington on your side. Look back at the Bill of Rights, which I wrote. The ink hasn't dried. It must be nice. It must be nice
to have Washington on your side.
So he's doubled the size of the government. Wasn't the trouble with much of our previous government size?
Look in his eyes.
See how he lies.
Follow the scent of his enterprise.
Centralizing national credit and making American credit competitive.
If we don't stop it, we ain't in a it.
I have to resign.
Somebody has to stand up for the South.
Or somebody has to stand up to his mouth.
If there's a fire you're trying to douse, you can't put it out from inside the house. I'm in the cabinet. I am complicit in watching him grabbing at power and kiss it. If Washington isn't gonna listen to disciplined dissidents, this is the difference. This kid is out. Oh! This immigrant isn't somebody we chose. Oh! This immigrant's keeping us all on our toes. Oh! But show these federalists who they're up against. Oh! Southern mother, Democratic Republicans. Oh! Follow the money and see where it goes. Oh! 'Cause every second the treasury grows. Oh! We follow the money and see where it leads. And the weeds look for the seeds of Hamilton's misdeeds. It must be nice. It must be nice.
We follow the money and see where it goes.
It must be nice. It must be nice.
Where's the money going though?
The emperor has no clothes. We won't be invisible. We won't be denied.
Emperor has no clothes. I feel like I should know that. I feel like that's an actual quote. And like my brain is just blocked by the Emperor's New Groove, but I feel like there's a quote that's from, I don't know what that's from. I do. It's something, isn't it? Maybe it's nothing.
Still, it must be nice. It must be nice to have Washington on your side.
Mr. President, you asked to see me.
I know you're busy.
What do you need, sir? Sir?
I want to give you a word of warning.
Sir, I don't know what you heard, but whatever it is, Jefferson started it.
Thomas Jefferson.
That's so crazy. And a lot of this, like, it feels like infighting amongst, like, a family. But that line right there in particular, like, that felt like a dad, like a son, like, and his dad, like, he started it. Whatever happened, he started it. I don't know what they done said. He started it. That very much, even though Hamilton, like, doesn't like that idea because, you know, he didn't have a father and all that. And, like, you know, that very much felt father and son like. Yeah, so we got this whole, like, oh, so they plot. So Jefferson leaves, like, he resigns. This is where knowing the history would be important right here. Like I like that quote. You can't put a fire out from inside the house because he's a part of the cabinet. He's complete. The way he was rhyming with that complicity, that was fire. But like, so yeah, you can't if you're like, I don't know, because that's like there's so many opposing ideas when it comes to that type of thing. Like some people think like you have to be a part of the system to fix the system, but then like this idea of like you can't put a fire out from inside the house. That's I don't feel like I've ever heard that. But I've definitely seen it in practice of like you can't fix this system that like you're a part of. Like I've seen that both ways. So I don't really have an opinion on that. Like and I didn't know he resigned, but okay, let me get back into it.
Jefferson resigned this morning.
You're kidding.
I need a favor.
Whatever you say, sir, Jefferson will pay for his behavior.
Talk less.
I'll use the press, I'll write under a pseudonym. You'll see what I can do to him.
I need you to draft an address.
Yes, he resigned. You can finally speak your mind.
No, he's stepping down so he can run for president.
Ha! Good luck defeating you, sir.
I'm stepping down, I'm not running for president.
I'm sorry, what?
One last time. Relax, have a drink with me. One last time.
Y'all heard that when he said that talk less? Like this, it's something about him that it just doesn't feel like the same Hamilton from the first half, man. And like, this Hamilton is very alone. Like I don't know if that's what it is. Like what it reminds me of, hey, I'm gonna tell you, love it or hate it, the ending of Game of Thrones, where like Khaleesi's like lost, or like she's lost all her people, and at the end, like even though she's won, Like, all her people are gone. Like, when she's got this army around her, but the people that stood at the top with her, all her people are gone, and she just goes crazy. That's what this feels like. Like, there's no Lafayette, there's no Mulligan, there's no Lawrence. Like, yeah. John Lawrence? I don't know why I can't remember that man's name. Like, he don't have his people around him. Like, his relationship with his wife, like, I don't know what that's like at this point, but if this is after, like, all the adultery, that's probably not so good. Like, yeah, that's what it feels like. Like, in the beginning, he knew he needed all these things, and he feels like he's gotten to a place where he thinks he doesn't need these people anymore, and he really does. And because he doesn't have them, he's making a lot of wrong decisions.
Running for president.
I'm sorry, what?
One last time. Relax, have a drink with me. One last time. Let's take a break tonight, and then we'll teach them how to say goodbye. To say goodbye, you and I.
No, sir.
I want to talk about neutrality.
Sir, with Britain and France on the verge of war, is this the best
I
time?
want to warn against partisan fighting. Pick up a pen, start writing. I want to talk about what I have learned, the hard-won wisdom I have earned.
As far as the people are concerned, you have to serve. You could continue to serve.
No, one last time. The people will hear from me one last time. And if we get this right, we're gonna teach them how to say goodbye. You and I.
He's showcasing that singing right now. Like, I like this. I feel like this is the most we've heard him sing. Hey, y'all told me there was a connection between, like, the people singing and the rapping, and I still ain't got it. I'm trying to figure out what it is, but I ain't got it yet. But I'm just, like, just the vocal range that he's showcasing right here, I love this.
Mr. President, they will say you're weak.
No, they will see we're strong.
Your position is so unique.
So I'll use it to move them along.
Why do you have to say goodbye?
If I say goodbye, the nation learns to move on. It outlives me when I'm gone. Like the scripture says, everyone shall sit under their own vine and fig tree, and no one shall make them afraid. They'll be safe in the nation we've made. I want to sit under my own vine and fig tree, a moment alone in the shade, at home in this nation we've made. One last time.
One last time. Though in reviewing the incidents of my administration, I am unconscious of intentional error, I am nevertheless too sensible of my defects not to think it probable that I may have committed many errors. I shall also carry with me the hope that my country will view them with indulgence, and that after 45 years of my life dedicated to its service with an upright zeal, the faults of incompetent abilities will be consigned to oblivion, as I myself must soon be to the mansions of rest.
I anticipate with pleasing expectation that retreat in which I promise myself to realize the sweet enjoyment of partaking in the midst of my fellow citizens, the benign influence of good laws under a free government, the ever-favorite object of my heart, and the happy reward, as I trust, of our mutual cares, labors, and dangers. One last time.
George Washington's going home.
Teach them how to say goodbye.
George Washington's going
You
home.
and I. Going
Oh my God. Wow. God, that was. I don't even have the words. I don't. Oh God, that was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. I I feel like there's so much stuff in there to analyze, but just listening to that, it felt like that like analytical part of my brain just shut off, and it was just the emotion that elicited. Just oh, that was beautiful. That's all I can say about that. I don't know what else to. Oh my God, that yeah, man. That's like standing ovation worthy right there. Oh, yeah, I love that so much. Mm. Oh, man. That probably would have been a good stopping point. I definitely don't want to stop here.
They say George Washington's yielding his power and stepping away. Is that true? I wasn't aware that was something a person could do. I'm perplexed.
I like that, because the monarchy, they don't get that option to just back off like that. Man, I feel like there's so much I want to say, but we got to just move on, y'all. Like that it's some things like I don't want to like ruin it by talking about it too much. That's what that felt like. So oh my God.
I wasn't aware that was something a person could do. I'm perplexed. Are they going to keep on replacing whoever's in charge? If so, who's next? There's nobody else in their country who looms quite as large. What? John Adams? I know him. That can't be. That's that little guy who spoke to me all those years ago. What was it, 85? That poor man, they're going to eat him alive. Oceans rise, empires fall. Next to Washington, they all look small. All alone, watch them run. They will tear each other into pieces. Jesus Christ, it will be fun. Da 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 da. Da 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 ya da. Da 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 ya da.
I love him so much.
President John Adams. Good luck.
I love him so much, man. Just and like the madness, like you can see it, but it's done in such a playful way. I feel like if this is your because there's a thing about people who go for the simplest term crazy. Obviously, there's like medical terms. What's wrong with them? Like he's the version that you would call eccentric versus crazy. And there's a charisma to his the madness. I don't know if the real life George III had this kind of charisma with his. I don't know, but the way he portrayed it, it's such a charismatic, almost Joker-esque kind of crazy that it's hard not to just it's hard to be like, oh, this man is ruling a country and he probably shouldn't be. Also, still got that feel of the boyfriend, that boyfriend kind of feel of oh, she's dating who now? Oh, the little dude. I know him. Yeah. What we got next? I don't even know if these are in order. Is Hurricane next? Oh, no. I know him. The Adams administration.
How does Hamilton, the short-tempered protean creator of the Coast Guard, founder of the New York Post, ardently abuse his cabinet post, destroy his reputation? Welcome, folks, to the Adams administration. Jefferson's the runner-up, which makes him the vice president.
Washington can't help you now, no more Mr. Nice President.
Adams fires Hamilton, privately calls him Creole bastard in his dance.
Say what?
Hamilton publishes his response.
Sit down, John, you fat mother!
Hamilton's out of control.
This is great. He's out of power. He holds no office, and he just destroyed President John Adams, the only other significant member of his party.
Hamilton is a host unto himself. As long as he can hold a pen, he's a threat. Let's let him know what we know.
Mr. Vice President. Mr. Madison.
I like the way he rolled up that. Man. Like, he plays like Thomas Jefferson is such like this southern like thug almost. Like, which I don't, again, I don't know. He might have been. He might have rolled up on him like that. And then he got his man, Madison in the background. Stuff. Okay.
Senator Burr.
Senator Burr.
What is this?
We have the check stubs from separate accounts.
Almost $1,000 paid in different amounts.
To Mr. James Reynolds, way back in 1791.
Is that what you have? Are you done?
You are uniquely situated by virtue of your position.
Though virtue is not a word I'd apply to this situation.
To seek financial gain, to stray from your sacred mission.
And the evidence suggests you engaged in speculation.
An immigrant embezzling our government funds.
I can almost see the headline, your career is done.
I hope you save some money for your daughter and sons.
You best go and run back where you come from.
No, they didn't say Guan. You best go and run back because he's from the Caribbean. Oh, okay. No. You best go on. Go on now. Run back where you come from. That's low.
Oh! See the headline, your career is done.
I hope you save some money for your daughter and sons.
You best go and run back where you come from.
Ha! You don't even know what you're asking me to confess.
Confess.
You have nothing. I don't have to tell you anything at all. Unless if I can prove that I never broke the law, do you promise not to tell another soul what you saw?
No one else was in the room where it happened.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Nah, that wasn't no yell. I love this. Like, this is again, with the callback to the room where it happened motif. Just the backdoor deals that we'll never really know about, but we hear, like, it's kind of like the thing with him and, like, John Lawrence and that, that, where I was like, it's intimate, and everybody's like, well, this was said that they were this, that, and the third. You'll never really know. Like, we'll never really know what happened, but there's always that, because nobody alive was in the room where it happened. So I love that they keep calling that back, especially with all, like, the seedy stuff that Hamilton's in right now. So, yeah, I like that.
Dear sir, I hope this letter finds you in good health and in a prosperous enough position to put wealth in the pockets of people like me down on their luck. You see, that was my wife who you decided.
Wow.
Messy! Messy! I love it. Because he like me for real.
Escorted me to bed, and when she had me in a corner, that's when Reynolds extorted me for resortedly. I paid him quarterly. I may have mortally wounded my prospects, but my papers are orderly. As you can see, I kept a record of every check in my checkered history. Check it again against your list and see consistency. I never spent a cent that wasn't mine. You sent the dogs after my sense, that's fine. Yes, I have reasons for shame, but I have not committed treason.
Y'all see her over there in the corner? Y'all see her? She right there. Oh no, but I don't feel like this is gonna go the way he wants, because it's like, yeah, you didn't do this thing, but you did that thing. You did that to Liza. I don't think this gonna go the way you want it, bro. Like, I feel like this is one of them things that's not gonna stay in that back room.
Record of every check in my checkered history. Check it again against your list and see consistency. I never spent a cent that wasn't mine. You sent the dogs after my sense, that's fine. Yes, I have reasons for shame, but I have not committed treason and sullied my good name. As you can see, I have done nothing to provoke legal action. Are my answers to your satisfaction?
My God.
Gentlemen, let's go.
So,
Burr ain't gonna leave.
The people
Bert.
won't know what we know.
Burr, how do I know you won't use this against me the next time we go toe-to-toe?
Alexander, rumors only grow. And we both know what we know.
Oh man. Should I stop here? Yeah, I got. Okay, we go. Oh, should we stop? Should we stop, y'all? Oh. What's next? What was that? This is Adams administration. I don't even know what song that was. Hold up. We're gonna do one more. We're gonna keep going, y'all. I think we got Hurricane next.
In the eye of a hurricane, there is quiet for just a moment. Yellow sky. When I was 17, a hurricane.
Hold up. I love that visual, like what they did with the lighting and the stage to like to simulate like where he was saying with the light, like in the eye of the hurricane. Let me go back. I love that, like the visual they did with that.
For just a moment.
Yeah, I love this. Like to make it like, you know, that actual like hurricane look. Yeah, I like that.
Yellow sky. When I was 17, a hurricane destroyed my town. I didn't drown. I couldn't seem to die. I wrote my way out. Wrote everything down far as I could see. I wrote my way out. I looked up and the town had its eyes on me. They passed a plate around.
Call back to
total strangers.
Okay.
Moved to kindness by my story. Raised enough for me to book passage on a ship that was New York bound. I wrote my way out of hell. I wrote my way to revolution. I was louder than the crack in the bell. I wrote Eliza love letters until she fell. I wrote about the Constitution and defended it well. And in the face of ignorance and resistance, I wrote financial systems into existence. When my prayers to God were met with indifference, I picked up a pen. I wrote my own deliverance. In the eye of a hurricane, there is quiet. Just a moment. Hello, sky.
Yeah, I feel like this is like this whole thing is like, because it's pretty much saying it. In the eye of a hurricane, there's quiet, but you don't stay in that eye. Eventually, they gonna move. They gonna one way or another, and like, I love that, like the idea of like the hurricane, and then everything around him is just what's about to hit him, because you got Reynolds and like her pimp husband in the back there, you know, like, yeah, like that's what's about to, yeah.
I was 12 when my mother died. She was holding me. We were sick and she was.
And then, oh girl, like for some reason she's the only one that's got on the I don't know what the British soldier jacket is, and if you like, I mean, if I can go back and get it. I don't know what. Yeah, right here. She still got on the British soldier jacket, the bullet. I don't know if what that's gonna like, how that's gonna come into play. I'm trying to see who all I see up in the crowd. But let me let it play out.
Hello, sky. I was 12 when my mother died. She was holding me. We were sick and she was holding me. I couldn't seem to die. I'll write my way out. Write everything down far as I can. the eye of the hurricane. This is the only way I can protect my legacy. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait. The Reynolds Pamphlet.
All right, so that's where we're gonna end. That's Reynolds Pamphlet is up next. Yeah, man, I love that. Hey, and I love the it seems like him and Burr have switched places, and now the wait for it thing is his thing, and Burr is in the senator position. I love that. I'm interested in the Reynolds Pamphlet, because the Reynolds was the one he cheated with. He gonna tell on himself? Yeah, man, I love this. The whole thing, the hurricane, the eye of the hurricane, and it just the depiction of throughout his life, the way he's been able to despite every situation he's been in since he was a kid, in the hurricane, all that, he's been able to write. He's done what he's gonna keep doing what he's done best. He's gonna write, because that's what he did. He wrote and got those people to give him that money. He wrote those 51 whatever them things was, them 51 essays that he wrote. He's always been able to do that, to write himself out or into the position he wants to be in. So he's gonna keep doing that, and that's gonna steer him out of this hurricane. Cause again, Burr was we know. In his mind, it's just a matter of time before it gets out. What I've done gets out, so I'm gonna write my way out of it before I'm gonna try to get ahead of it. Love this. I love this whole section, man. It's been it seems like everybody is against him. It seems like everybody against him, and some things it's just I can see how he's pitted everyone against him. But this has been an amazing that George Washington section. That was beautiful. I'm definitely gonna go back and listen to that over and over and over again. That was beautiful. That might be one of my favorite parts. What was his name of it? Just when I watched somebody aside in Adams' administration. I don't remember which one it was, but just that song was beautiful. He did that so well. All of that, that's gonna have a special place in my heart, man. But this was a great section, man. I really enjoyed it. I'm interested to see where he goes, whether up or down from here. But yeah, that's what I think, y'all. Let me know how y'all felt about it down in the comments. Make sure y'all like, subscribe. We hit the 10K, but we still climbing, so y'all make sure y'all hit that sub button. Thank you guys so much for watching. See ya.